On today's episode, I want to talk about something that was tragic that happened 15 years ago. And it was the murder of my dad. Now, I can't start this video without recognizing a stand-up guy who brought me up from being a toddler. And that's me stepdad, David Arapis. Now, it feels bizarre saying fucking stepdad, because he's never been my stepdad. He's been me. I always call him Da, you know. He's daughter to me. And my biological dad, I seen him now and then when I was little, and I grew up thinking that I was special because I had two dads. And whenever anybody, like me mates, call us a bastard, I say, no, I'm not a bastard. I've got two dads. So it was weird growing up. Like, there's a lot can be said for DNA, and there's this special bond that you have with someone, you know, who you're related to. Now, my father, that's what I call him, my father, or my daughter, my dad, my father. My father was a fucking lunatic, right? He was loved by everybody. He was always laughing. Probably because he was on fucking ganja, like. But he was always laughing. He was a good-looking bloke. He had all the women after him. And he was a larger-than-life character. I'm a larger-than-life character. My son's a larger-than-life character. So it's in the DNA, innit, really? Now, I remember going on holiday with him and his wife, Flo, and her daughter, Hayley, who is my half-sister. And I went with my brother Kurt. We went to a caravan site in Rothbury. Only fucking place I'd ever been, right? And we had a lush laugh. And I distinctly remember, right, in Rothbury, I was on his shoulders. And I must have been about 9. And this bloke had a dog, right, and it was vicious as fuck. And he could hardly hold it on the fucking rein, you know what I mean? I never forget what he said. He says, if you didn't take that dog away, I'm going to open his jaw and rip it apart. Like that. And I thought, fuck me, he's a hot gun. So that's the sort of person he was. He's always fighting. Now, my father, his brother, Johnny Miller, who I'm proud as fuck of, he was a fantastic boxer in the 50s, I think. And he fought with the European champion and drew with him. And his name was Guy Grazier. So it's always a sense of pride with me Uncle Johnny. And I think my father wanted to be like him. He was an amateur boxer, but I was told that he couldn't really do it because he couldn't control his temper. Bit like me. You know what I mean? So... And I remember going once to my Uncle Donald's in Blythe, and it was all like an adventure, you know, when I would go. And my cousin Anne-Marie was there. I think both Keith and James were there. Now, I know, Keith will watch this, like, so big shout out to you, Keith. No, but my father was such a funny fucker. Like, I called him the funniest man on the planet. Because he was always laughing. I remember when he was in the Portugal. It was called the Golden Feast then, I think. And they were having the fucking lock-in, and the coppers come. My father was just ripping the shit out. Even the coppers were laughing. So that's the type of bloke he is, you know. Funny as fuck. Handsome bastard. And he had loads of women. Bit like me. It's hard getting the women, but you got to try and fucking keep them, you know what I mean? But he was something, you know, he was a lot to live up to, and especially with me having his name, Brian Miller. And I do look a bit like him, you know? Although my brother Kurt laughs like him, like. He's never really grown up. My father had never really grown up, you know? He was just crazy fucker, out on the fucking drink. And smoking the ganja, I loved his smoke, like. But I remember once when he was living in the Top Ridges, the Meadowell, and he was stopping with this bloke called Brian, I think was his mate. And he was getting some shit across the road. This would have been around about the 97 mark when I just finished bodybuilding. And these Scottish lads, rough as fuck, like, were giving him shit. They're basically just across the road from where he was. And at the time, I was taking a lot of DFs, I think they're called. And the mum went in one day and he was saying, oh, giving the shit, this, that, and the other. And I just went straight outside, right? I just went straight outside, picked loads of fucking stones and bricks and everything. And one of them opened the window at the top and I just started smashing all the fucking windows in. I said, you better fucking leave them alone. And they did. And that was that. I'll never forget the first time I'd ever had magic mushrooms. I went down to a pub in North Shields and he was there and I was asking for some dope, some ganja, because I'd never really had it. He says, oh, I haven't got any. I've got some of these for you though. I says, oh, what's that? He says, magic mushrooms. Getting magic mushrooms off your fella, you know what I mean? So I took them, right, and I was sitting in the pub, like, and I started getting uptight and fucking, and he was winding us up the cunt. And, like, I was his entertainment, him and his mates. And I thought, fuck you, you cunt, I'm fucking off, which I did. And that started my 2-year fucking addiction to fucking magic mushrooms. I wasn't really addicted, I just liked it. Like I say, everybody in the Ridges, a lot of people in North Shields knew who he was. I remember me, my partner of 17 years, I was talking to her dad, right? And he says, oh, I remember your dad, like, I was walking in the Cresta Club or something like that. He says, I seen him on the floor fucking fighting with some fucker. You know what I mean? That's just what he was like. And I was very much like that myself, like. Not no, because I'm an old codger. My father, right? It was his 65th birthday. He was 4 years older than what I am now. And he was I think he'd been at Dane's, my brother's house in the Meadowell. And he was going back to Howden where he was living. So he walked to the metro station. I hope I've got this all right, like. And he asked me father for some tabs, this William Mackenzie, the murderer. And it seemed to be jovial and all that. And all of a sudden he stabbed me father in the fucking, I think it was the back, lower back or something like that. And wow, you fucker. And he fucked off down the street and done it to somebody else and all. But they survived. So anyway, like, so he was in hospital. And me and my brother Kurt went to hospital the same. And it was weird. Like, you got to understand, right? This guy's a hard case, right? Even though he's fucking 60, he's still a hard case, like, in his mind. And he's always laughing. Remember that? He's always laughing. Laugh, laugh, laugh. And me and what kid go into the hospital room. And it was a different person I was talking to. And the fact that me and my brother had went to see him, he started to get upset. He wasn't crying, but you could see it was like welling up. And like he says, "That's it. I'm done with the fucking drinking. I'm done with the smoking." And I thought to myself, he's got a fucking massive shock. You know, it's like, whoa, you fucker. So that was that. Me and my brother walked away and we're talking about it. So we went home. Anyway, a couple of days later, I get some note from my door, and it was from Carol, his ex-partner. To be honest, I didn't know if it was his ex or his partner or what, but I known Carol a long time. Carol Denley / Miller, and she was unbelievable. I tell you, what a woman. She looked after everybody like it was unreal. She was fucking magical. So she put a letter through my door, get in touch with the hospital. So I did. I phones up the hospital, right? I says, oh, I'm phoning about Brian Miller. She says, oh, who's calling? I says, Brian Miller. fucking weird. And then she explained everything, that he had passed away and all that due to the injuries and all the shit. So the day he died was the same day as this, 20th of July, but it was in 2009. So fucking hell, that was fucking, you know what it is? I was just totally shocked. Like, what? Are you for real? Couldn't believe it. And I mean, like I said before, Carol was fucking unbelievable. She looked after the whole funeral. She was in touch with the police all the time. I mean, this thing, when it happened, it was fucking everywhere, on the Chronicle, on the ITV News, everywhere. And it showed him a picture of me old man, like, doing his fucking fists like that, you know, because he's a proper fucking boxer thing. But I was fucking shocked. There was newspaper articles. Me brothers and me sister were on it, and fuck me, it was just horrendous. And nobody in the town could believe it. Nobody. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people who knew him will leave a comment in the comment below. I will be posting this on the MediWell site. But I was just dumbfounded. Totally dumbfounded. And you know, like, I remember finding this bit of video of him where he was in bed. Not in bed, he was on the settee with a quilt over him. He wasn't feeling well. And I remember looking at it and seeing his smile. He had this fucking smile, you know. Yeah, it was amazing. And I posted that as well. I'll probably put it on this video. But yeah, it was strange as fuck. And I remember, I think we all met at Carol's house. And I met my little nephew who I'd never met before. I think it was called Jay. Jay, yeah, I think it was. And he was a lovely little kid, like, lovely be fucking growing up now. What a nice kid. He was lovely. So anyway, we get in the fucking car and we're talking absolute shit in the car. I didn't know what we're talking about. Do you know what I mean? It was just so bizarre. So bizarre. And when I went to that funeral, I was one of the people that was going to carry the coffin. And you know, he's right. My father, he's only a little bloke, but he was heavy as fuck. I was going like this. Fuck me, father. You know, it's a gutter, man. It's a gutter. And you know it is, right? This kid, this skinny little scrawny kid who I could kill with one hand. Do you know what I mean? You'll obviously see a picture of him. You'll see what I'm talking about. Honestly, my father, if he had been he would have kicked his fucking head and all over. And I mean that, like. So, I'm you know, it's fucking 15 years on and I'm still fucking gobsmacked. Honestly. Because my father, you know, when he was a young'un, he was proper handsome cunt. I'm going to put a picture, right, from 1974. And he was in the, I think it was a Jungle nightclub. And he looks like a fucking footballer from that period. You know, the hair and everything. But funniest man on the planet. Funniest man on the planet. Absolutely 100% sure. But I just wanted to make this video just to mark the occasion. And I'm still gobsmacked now. Still gobsmacked. And anyway, that's all I'm going to talk on this. I just want to make a video to sort of like commemorate it. All I've got left to say is look after each other. And I'll see you on the next one.